This is a story of redemption for our girl, Madonna. We're going to do a Madonna plastic surgery 2024 update. And I'm super stoked about it. Now, you guys know I'm a huge Madonna fan. I love her. Grew up listening to her, very, popular when I was young. But we've had to do a few segments about her because she keeps popping up on social media in the news because of her look. So I want to recap just some real quick videos of some previous videos or segments that we did about Madonna. So if you didn't catch the Madonna segments in the past, I'm going to give you a little brief one. So roll that first video. This is from December 2022. It's pretty crazy. So we're doing a nip tuck 911, and it's on my girl Madonna.
Looking cute.
She's been hitting on social media a lot lately.
That's a Halloween costume.
I know it's. No, I don't think it made me wonder. No, I don't think
I thought she was pretending to be like Wednesday or something.
Felt cute. Might delete later.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
So she's been popping up on social media a lot. It's like Madonna suddenly found TikTok, right?
Yes.
She hasn't been on it, but but in the last few months, she's been like popping out a lot of stuff on like Instagram.
Yeah, she's been making some really cringy stuff.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny that statement, but she has been posting a lot of stuff, interesting stuff for sure. And most recently, like in the past week, like she's been popping up about her looks. And I saw an article pop up. This was in the very credible Sun journal, which I say that a little bit facetiously. And so that was the first segment we did about Madonna, which was pretty funny. We had like a good time talking about her. Of course, we're not making fun of Madonna, like we're just trying to make light of these news articles. But we were talking about how suddenly she came out on social media and she looked so different, like no one recognized her.
Yeah.
And it was just on social media at the time. Like that was right after like it happened. So there wasn't a whole lot.
Do we get to see what she looks like now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I told you you're gonna like this segment. I told Sarah before the show started.
I hope she's gotten some things dissolved.
Maybe so. All right, so that was December 2022. So a couple months later, the Grammys roll around, and Madonna rolls out at the Grammys. And I think a lot of people had not seen her on social media yet, but when she came out at the Grammys, people lost their minds. Roll this is from February 2023. All this crazy stuff about Madonna, right? I mean, she like broke the internet, like, and what's the wildest thing about all of this, hubbub of Madonna and how she looked, is we were talking about this a few months ago, right? Mm-hmm. This came up, and I think that it came up then because everyone on social media saw it, and now when she was at the Grammys, it's like the whole world saw it. The people that don't get on social media. So as you guys probably know, Madonna was presenting at the Grammys. And she was looking like she does now, after those surgeries. And man, her social media just exploded with people talking about that she looks, and I'm not saying this, but people were saying that she looks scary, she looks unrecognizable, that she's like addicted to plastic surgery. I mean, they were saying some pretty, harsh things about her. And, Madonna's pretty defiant about the whole thing. She came out this week and she said, the world refuses to celebrate women past the age of 45, which, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but she was just kind of like, clapping back a little bit. And then she said that she, got caught up in the glare of ageism and misogyny that permeates the world. And so she's been, pretty like critical of the people criticizing her. And I think that's fine. And so, she's being talked about on all these talk shows. In fact, I've done 3 little media interviews in the past couple days about it. And the thing that I'm seeing out there, and this is important. Like, I'm about to get on my soapbox here. Yeah. All right? I'm about to, like, seriously get on my soapbox because, people are, like, criticizing her and they're saying, why did she do this? And I just think that is really not the right question that we should be asking, okay? Madonna is an icon, right? She was this, musical goddess of the 80s, and she has this almost unobtainable image that she has to uphold. And of course, as she gets older, she's going to want to try to keep as much of that as she can. And so, I have no problem with Madonna wanting to stay youthful. I mean, I'm a plastic surgeon. That's like my career, right? Is helping people stay youthful. So, you know, I mean, why did she do it? Well, I mean, it's obvious, but
Yeah.
specifically as far as like, why did she make herself look like that? I guarantee you that she did not go to some doctor with a picture of
Yeah.
what she looks like right now and said, make me look like this.
No.
So the question that we should be
How
asking
yeah.
is not why did she did this? It's who did this to her?
Yeah.
Who took Madonna, the most iconic musician of the 80s and 90s, or one of them, and made her look like that?
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. Like,
Oh man, we were like kind of laughing about, both of us had really dark hair in that episode.
Yeah.
Our hair colors changed. But you look the same, no?
I don't think I'm in any of these, but it's always weird to look back at yourself and be like, huh, that's what I looked like.
I was
That's
like, oh,
interesting.
I had like my cool jacket on and had like the dark hair. It was like, it looked like a different person.
Sarah had the hair down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, you know, in that episode we were talking about the Grammys and, you know, everyone had lost their mind about Madonna, you know, and we speculated about the surgery she's had. I mean, she definitely had a facelift and she'd had a lot of filler, which was, I think, the one thing that was really making her look so different. Like
Yeah.
just too much filler.
Yes.
And then we talked about her again in the summer. This was less about her looks, but it was just a crazy segment about her when she had to be revived with Narcan. That's wild. Roll down.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I know, right? I hate to say it, but I think we have to touch base about Madonna again because there's been some new news come out that is pretty shocking, and people are just now starting to really talk about it. So for those who didn't see last week's segment, Madonna was intubated when she was found unresponsive in her house or apartment and had to spend some days in the ICU. And thankfully, she recovered very quickly. And all that was said about her, you know, her stay was that she had a bacterial infection. And so last week we were trying to, you know, figure out what exactly would have happened to her because it's kind of a weird story. Most of the time, if you have a bacterial infection that is severe enough to make you unresponsive and need to be intubated, like you're really, really, really sick, and you normally would spend a lot of time in the hospital.
Didn't she say sepsis last time? Like that
Yeah, well, we were just
that might
guessing.
have been what happened. Yeah.
Well, we were just speculating, right? Because, you know, it was just weird that she, you know, was sick enough to be intubated, which means you're put on a breathing machine and be in the ICU, but then she was, you know, back to normal in a few days. And so we were all like, well, we'll have to see if anything else comes out. So I guess it was yesterday or the day before, like things started hitting the news. And I just clipped Sarah, can you throw up? Yeah, there's some clips. And so what's being reported in multiple news outlets is that Madonna had to be given Narcan to like bring her back to life. And I was like, what? That's like a completely...
What is that drug that they like stab into your chest?
That'd be epinephrine. So
Okay.
Narcan, you're on the right track though. So Narcan is basically the reversal for opioids. So when people
like the thing we
Fentanyl.
talked about with the police officer.
And we're going to talk about that in the next little segment. But yeah, I like Sarah's fairy wings. Those are cute.
That's a cool shit.
So yeah, that was kind of like a sad segment. Poor Madonna had something happen. We don't know if she had like, you know, I never did hear I think that was kept pretty hush hush. Did you guys ever hear about what that whole scenario was about?
No, didn't hear too much afterwards. Nah.
There was not much out there, but you know, if you have to have big of a Narcan, now sometimes they'll give Narcan just on a hunch.
just to see if it works.
Yeah, to see if it works. Yeah, because it's a harmless drug, so just why not give it to her?
Yeah.
So we had 3 sad stories about Madonna, and I hate to hear them because you know I love Madonna. I'm like, you know, the material boy here.
Yeah, so she's our material girl.
And so today is a day of redemption, people. This is a big one because
see
there's
it.
new articles have come out that are now talking about how good she looks. Throw up that article. Madonna 64 looks younger than her years in new photos she shares behind the scenes look at rehearsals for upcoming tour. When I saw this, I was like, let's see him. All right, so let's roll her pics. Let's see what
Oh, thank God.
she looks like herself.
Yeah.
She does. I mean, that looks like Madonna to me. Like
She does look good.
Like her cheeks have come down. I mean, her lips, I think,
Her
are still-
forehead doesn't look like this, huge. Her
I
forehead
think that was
looks
just a bad photo.
because of her
angle.
because that's why I was like, this has to be a Halloween costume because she looked like Wednesday, the way she was standing there.
Maybe she was. I don't know. Was that back when that Wednesday show had just come out? Maybe. Maybe she was. I don't know.
Yeah, I swear. And then I guess her cheeks look better. Like
She looks way better.
They don't look like they're just like
enormously huge.
an alien.
Yeah, they look pretty scary. Like she looks like Madonna
Wow.
there.
She looks great.
She looks really good. I mean, she does. I think she looks great.
Yep.
Lots of makeup there, but
She kind of looks like Miley Cyrus right there.
a little bit, she does. And then that one, she looks fantastic.
Yeah, she looks like she's...
She looks like Madonna. I mean, you can tell she's a little bit older, but I mean, she is older. She's 64. But I think she looks very good. She doesn't look artificial as much. I mean, I look at her, I'm like, yeah, obviously she's had work done.
She's Material Girl.
She's the Material Girl. She looks great.
She's supposed to look
Yeah, she's supposed to look
well
like that.
kept.
So I think she looks great. I think that what happened to her, she just got a little bit too much filler going on, mixed with maybe some, hairstyles that weren't as flattering, maybe some bad pictures, and so
Or just like people, or maybe she was like depressed and she was surrounded by people that were like, yeah, go get this done. It'll make you feel better.
Well, I also
like
go
that.
back to that one thing that I said was like, it's not all her fault. I mean,
Yeah.
someone did that to her.
Somebody on her team.
Yeah, somebody did that to her. Well,
like-
the person on their team
Yeah.
or the person that actually did the injections.
Yeah.
Somebody needed to tap the brakes.
Yeah.
So
She might have been, I can only imagine what like celebrities go through,
Oh, it must be
especially
horrible.
somebody that's like older and she's like, oh, I used to look like that.
Yeah.
Like, when she sees new pop stars coming up and
Totally.
she's just like,
yeah, totally.
how can I compete with this?
I mean, it's hard to
Kinda thing.
feel sorry for celebrities as average
Yeah.
people, but I totally get that 100% that there's this just enormous pressure to maintain a certain look.
Yeah. Well, I like watching the Kardashians, and
Yeah.
one of the latest episodes was Kylie Jenner actually like crying because she is just so.
She's like turning 30 or something.
No, she's not in her 30s at all.
Oh, is she? I don't even know.
I think she's still like late 20s, but she was crying because of how many people are constantly ridiculing her about the way she looks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Started
I mean, it
crying
is
about
sad
it.
because that, no matter who you are, that gets to you after a while.
Yeah, she was just, it was interesting because she was like, I've taken, like, people said I had too much lip filler, so I got some of it dissolved, and now it's like, she was pretty much like, I can never be enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's so sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, like the constant
People are
pressure
mean.
to look a certain way.
Yeah. You just got to stay off social media.
Yeah.
Well, even
that's
then, it's
their
like
life,
it's even
so.
this like the news, the news articles run.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's
always something,
I do
I'm
feel
sure.
bad for them. Then of course, well, they have like millions and millions of dollars to make them feel
Yeah.
better.
Dry your tears with your money.
Yeah, with $100 bills.
For real.
But I really am. I'm happy to do a Madonna redemption segment.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
makes
good
me
for her.
happy.
I want her to like soar now.
Yeah.
In her golden
Are you going to go
years.
see her in concert if she's on tour?
I would go see her. I've never seen her. I would go see her.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see when she's coming through town. That would be
Mm-hmm.
cool. So, all right.
Real quick, Dr. Herman, we had one comment from Dorian Herman. He said, I text you a very graphic picture of a foot that was involved in a firework accident one of my EMT friends sent to me. So
I'll have to look for it.
yeah, you may have to check that out, I think.
Yeah,
You're getting a picture of a foot.
I'll have to check it out. I probably just got. I
And
get
not
so many,
the good kind.
I
from
feel
Owen.
bad. I probably got lost in the deluge of texts that I get every day, but I will
Facts.
definitely check it out. So, all right, I think that's all the time we have. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment if you want us to talk about something specific on the next episode of Nip Talk. Sarah, bye.
Oh, bye.